Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders. Hope you're exceedingly well. And I'm sure you have been following this quite bullish looking price action of Bitcoin and many of the altcoins. As you can see, we've had higher highs all over the place. And just this morning, we printed another higher high. And it looks like we've actually put in another higher low. So that to me is another bullish sign. We've been trading in this parallel, or excuse me, an upsloping channel. And I know I've been talking about it a lot in a lot of my other recordings, but I feel this is very, very important to talk about. I'm going to bring you a Bitcoin technical analysis, show you the levels that I'm looking at, answer the question, can we break out above these levels? Can we break down from these levels? Because it is quite possible. So let's get into the technical analysis. So as you can see, price has respected this parallel channel or upsloping parallel channel to the upside and to the downside. And a very, very important factor in this channel is the center line. As you can see, it's been retested many, many times as support, broken through, tested as resistance. And that gives us sometimes quite a clear signal as to where price is going to go. And at the moment, you can see in the last couple of days since the 2nd of August, we actually retested it as resistance, came down to that $22,400 area. Again, retested as resistance, came down to the same kind of area, 22,500. And at the moment, what it looks like is that we are testing the center line as support. And why this is quite significant is because of this previous range. Now you can see that we were trading in a range over here, indicated by these value area lows and highs. We broke down below the range, retested the value area low as resistance, came down, broke through it again, back into this range, and we've now broken out of that range, creating a new little range. That's very, very significant. If this range value area high was being retested as resistance, we could have come back into this range and come back lower down. And I've been talking in the BYBIT South Africa group, guys, be careful in your shorts, be careful in your shorts, be careful in your shorts. Does it mean that we don't take shorts? No. I'm saying when you do take the shorts, make sure that your risk management is very, very good. Because if we start breaking out here, the potential for loss to the upside, I think, is far greater. Because look at the size of these moves. To the upside, we've had a 18% move. To the downside, we've had a 9% move. Yes, you can make money on that, but that's half the size of this upside move. To the upside again, we've had, if you take that move from there to there, that is a 8% move. Okay, the downside move was kind of similar, but still, you can see 7% move to the downside. We've just had a very big move again to the upside, 10% move. And that move from the downside, look at the comparison, half the size. And again, you can make money on these, but I am preferring not to get into shorts at the moment until I can see higher prices, because I am not wanting to get caught if the price breaks out at this point. So you can also see that this value area high is now starting to test as support, and that does mean that we could get some moves to the upside. Looking at our, I'm going to look at some of the support and resistance flips. We can see right now that I've marked these areas as support and resistance flips. Let's just turn off our value areas. So you can see resistance came through, breakthrough again. And I really believe right now that we've already tested this as support. And if we go down to our 15-minute, you can see this support resistance flip at 24,590 or 89, tested as resistance. And a lot of the time, if you're consolidating below a resistance, that is bullish. And we broke through it, came up to that $25,042 level and came right down and tested it as support. I haven't moved this SR flip line in probably a couple of days. So that's very, very significant for me. So if we look at some of the key areas, these are key levels for me. We really do need to hold this $24,140 area. Why? Because it was, again, a support, or excuse me, resistance, resistance, resistance. You can see over there it was resistance, and we came and we broke through that resistance very, very nicely. Also came down to test it again, right down to the $23,500 area. But again, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher high from here, higher high from there, higher high from, okay, that wasn't a higher high, but a higher high from there. So another key level for me is that $23,864 area. Again, also a lot of support and resistance areas. But more significant for me is this $23,000 area. Why? Because the round numbers are psychologically significant areas. If you look at this $24,000 area, we rejected right there at $24,000 many, many times. And when we broke through it, then that area was broken. We came down to the downside, obviously, to liquidate some longs so that we can do some moves to the upside. And again, this $25,000 area is going to be very, very significant. So I think it is possible that we could see some very fast moves down still. So be careful where you're taking the long. I'm currently not in a long position. I was in a long position yesterday. I think I went long from about $23,800 and it took profit at $24,600, if I remember correctly. So I think if we pull a fib from these lows, we can see where some of the potential targets are. You can see we can still come down to the $22,300 area. But if we pull it from the last higher low at 21,204, you can see there is our golden pocket reversal area. And it's very close to that $23,000 area. Excuse me, I'm actually pulled it from the wrong section. That is the last higher low, higher low before this range. So as you can see, we're right in that $23,000 area. So I think we could still see a retrace to the $23,000 area. Other areas to look out for is if we pull from this swing low to the swing high, we can see possibly 23,321. Another area we can pull it from is, again, this local low here. So we could see price come down to $24,000 or the $24,000 area, which is right at that key level that I was telling you about. So let's look at the levels that I have on my chart. And you can see a lot of these levels actually coincide. There's a daily level very close to my key level. That's also at the bottom of the channel, incidentally. So we could come to the bottom of the channel if we zoom out again and retest that lower trend line. Another area also right on my key level is at that $23,800 area. And again, we've got a weekly level right at the $24,100 area. So it's very important for this area to hold as support. And as you can see, I went back all the way to December 2020 to find this 4-hour level. And we are rejecting because really there is not much between 25,000 and 26,000, even right up to 28,000. So I believe if we break through the top of that $25,000 area and reach the top of this channel right here, which is incidentally at a daily level, and we break through that, retest it as support, I think we could see some really, really big moves to the upside. So that's my analysis. I will wait for lower until I get into a long. I'm not taking shorts at the moment, even on the altcoins. not really taking shorts unless I see a really, really big rejection or a higher level, possibly higher up at $26,000, maybe at the $28,000. I'm really not interested in taking shorts, even though I can make profits from it just from experience. I've been doing this for a while. Trade with the trend right now. Not financial advice, but just in my experience, don't get caught in the wrong side of a trend. So, as many of you know, I run a YouTube channel, Result Trader Guy. So check out the channel. There's a lot on there that I don't do on Tradingview. For instance, these learn how to trade live streams with BYBIT. And I'm going to be doing a live stream very, very soon with a very, very special guest. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, switch on that notification bell. And if you like this idea, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure you check out the BYBIT South Africa Telegram channel. Really awesome group. There's a lot of guys that know what they're talking about. Jordan specifically, he's the South African ambassador. He's just done an AMA in the group, as you can see, and he is really, really awesome. A lot of other guys that do great TA in the group, and I post a lot of just on the fly TA in the BYBIT South Africa Telegram group. So I'm trading BTC USD, as you can see, not USDT. Why? Because I'm accumulating Bitcoin. There's a halving coming at 2024. So check out my YouTube channel. Check out the links in the description of these videos so that you can sign up for a BYBIT account. $4,000 worth of bonuses depending on what you deposit. And it really is a great exchange. So you can trade that BTC USD. Where's my links? There's my link for BYBIT. So check it out. I can't put links in the Tradingview accounts. So trade safely. Hope you have a great Sunday, and I will see you next time. Cheers.